सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ओम श्री हयग्रीवाय नमः। ओम श्री वल्लभा समेत श्री गणाधिपतये नमः। We were looking at the svAdyaya-vidhi-vichaarah. Here, the svAdyaya means what? Ramanuja says it is only the Shabda Rashi you memorize or you gain the group of words. But then normally we say that this along with Artha one has to know that. That is why the Sangha Veda Adhyayanam we say. Veda Adhyayanam has to be done along with the Angas. And in the Anga we have Vyakarana, Nirukta, all these things also. Therefore, at least you have to get apatata jnanam, we say. Right? A general knowledge or general meaning you should understand of the Veda mantras. Now that is the contention here. As part of this, one of the arguments we are making is that this apatata jnanam, correct, or the artha which one has understood itself can give you the idea about karma. Okay, that karma phala is anitya, and what I really require is nitya phalam, which cannot be attained through karma, and therefore one can have brahma jignasa directly, because sadhana chatushtaya can come without studying Purva Mimamsa also. That is the point we are making. But the Vishishtadvaitins are saying one has to first to do Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana, then only one has to come to Uttara Mimamsa. Now, this is the point we are opposing. They are saying you only gain the Shabda Rashi during Swadhyaya, and then you have to study Purva Mimamsa to understand the meaning properly, and from that only you will gain the knowledge that Karma Phala is Anitya, and one has to go for Nitya Phalam, which is Brahma. Now, this is the point we are negating, saying that it doesn't make any sense really, in fact. Okay. Now, in this context, I think we were in this sentence. There is a big sentence here, correct? Ayam bhavaha. So, this is the idea now. What is this? He is summarizing now. So, the one who has done the Sangha Veda Adhyayana, correct? So, Adhita Sangha Swadhyayaha, and one who has also understood the meaning, correct? Malavat Artha Avabodha Shali means that whatever I have studied in the Veda, it has some phala, and the meaning also I have understood. And that Purusha, he understands that whatever is there here, Ahikam, Amushmikam, whatever is hereafter, all this Vishaya Sukha, because here also you are only going after Vishaya Sukha. Even if you go to Swarga also, you are going to only enjoy your sense objects only. But all of them are Anitya, Sarvam Anityam. Even after knowing that what, one may not have Chitta Shuddhi, correct? Many people understand that Karma Phala is Anitya, but they don't know anything better than that. They say that at least I will go for this Anitya Phalam. Okay. Because they don't have Chitta Shuddhi, because they are still driven by their own likes and dislikes. Then what? Then they go after Aihika Sukha Kamanaya. So they go after whatever Sukha they can get here, like Shrak Chandana Vanita Adikam. Shrak means garland, Chandana is sandalwood, Vanita is women, all these things, etc. Also, Adi, they are all going after that Parigrinhati. And similarly, what? Amushmika, Rambha, okay, Sambhogadi. Sukha Kamaneya. So even hereafter you want to enjoy Rambha, Urvasi, or Tilottama, all these heavenly divine damsels. Okay. So for enjoying that, you want to enjoy all that. That desire is there. Therefore, you do Jyotish Toma Adhikam Chikirshati. So you want to do, you have a desire to do Jyotish Toma, etc. Vaidika Karma, because Jyotish Tomena Swarga Kamaha Yajeta, like this Veda itself says, if you are interested to go to Swarga, do Jyotish Toma. And because of this desire to do Jyotish Toma, etc., okay, uh, you want to know how to do it. Correct? That is the iti kartavyata jnanam. So for knowing how to do all this Jyotish Toma, which will give you whatever you are desiring, correct? You have to do Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana, okay? And then after doing Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana also, you have to do the karma. Because by doing Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana, you know how to do all this karma, then you have to actually do. When you do that, and some people even after doing all that, they don't get any viveka. But some people, due to some Purva Janma Punya, while doing the karma, only they can get, you do the Veda karma, whatever has been mandated by the Veda, when you do that, Daivad Yadi, here he says the author, so due to some punya, you get Chitta Shuddhi while doing the karma only, and then they are actually ready to give up the karma, or at least karma phalatyaga one has to have. Correct? That buddhi yoga. Either you are a karma yogi or a jnana yogi, means you give up all karma and take up a simpler lifestyle, sannyasa lifestyle. So here Chitta Shuddhihi Tarhi Sanyasya. So having given up all karma, or at least the karma phalatyaga one has to do, then and because of the desire to know Brahman now, Uttamimamsam Sapatati. So he studies Uttamimamsa. Nauchet Naiva Patati. If this does not happen, if one does not get this, if he indeed does not get this Chitta Shuddhi, then even if somebody studies Purva Mimamsa, that person will only be doing karma. They will not be interested in Uttara Mimamsa. So, Nauchet Naiva Patati will not, if he does not have this Chitta Shuddhi, then he will not study. Therefore, what? Yasya tu punaha Sanga Swadhyayam Kritavataha Daivadau Eva Daivad Adav Eva Chitta Shuddhihi Tasya Aihika Amushmika Sukha Kama Abhava Srachandana Vanitadi Aparigraha Sanyasashrama Svikara Purvakam Uttara Mimamsadhyenam Cha Sambhavati. So now the other scenario is what? One scenario we already told. Somebody who is interested to go to Swarga, or one who wants to enjoy the whatever things in this loka or in some other loka, they are studying Purva Mimamsa. But while studying Purva Mimamsa, or after studying and doing the karma, one can get Chitta Shuddhi and take up the Uttara Mimamsa. Or you do the Sangha Veda Dhyayana, but you have so much punya or whatever, Purva Janma, Sprita or Purva Janma Samskara being there. Daivad Adav Eva, he says. In the beginning only, before studying Purva Mimamsa itself, you have Chitta Shuddhi. Okay. So Chitta Shuddhi Tasya. Then what? If one has Chitta Shuddhi, purity means what? The impurity means this Ragadvesha. Purity means you are free from Ragadvesha, or at least the Ragadvesha is under your mastery. You are not under the spell of your own Ragadvesha. That is the meaning of Chitta Shuddhi. Understand that? Because whenever we talk about purity, you should understand what is impurity. So for us, impurity is Ragadvesha. In fact, the entire human conflict is very simple, correct? Everybody knows what is right and wrong on one side, but you have your own likes and dislikes on the other side. Now there is a conflict between the two. That is the human conflict, or human life itself is only that. If what you like is what is right, you are spontaneously dharmic, you are happy. What you don't like is adharma, again you are spontaneously dharmika, and you don't have any problem. There is no conflict in life. When does conflict come? Whatever you like is either illegal, immoral, or calorific. Like that somebody said. That is where the problem. Then once you start uh, going with your likes and dislikes rather than what is right, then it will not be. Soon you will also start doing adharma, correct? Because your likes and dislikes are more important than what is right. And then everything is a problem. Then the shad ripu will come. Because kama alone becomes krodha if it is unfulfilled. And if you are ready to do adharma to fulfill your kama, it becomes lobha or greed. Greed is nothing but desire, but a desire which is so powerful that you are ready to do anything. You are ready to compromise on the means. Therefore, then it can become greed. So kama, krodha, lobha. Then moha also you have, because you think that by fulfilling your likes and dislikes you are going to be happy. But in reality, you will be happy only by doing the right thing. Understand that? If you go after your likes and dislikes, you will end up miserable. But that's what people, they have a natural tendency for that, in fact. And such people are called asuraha, in fact. Asusu ramate iti asuraha. Devaha means those who go against their natural tendency and follow whatever the Shastra says, they are called Deva. Like this Bhashyakara says in the third Brahmanam of the first chapter of Vrihadaranyaka, that story is there. The Devas and Asuras. And then there only that famous Vakya is there, correct? That Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya and all that. Okay. So that all that famous thing which we chant, that is also from there only. Anyway, coming back here, what I am saying is this kama, raga, dvesha only becomes the shadripu, correct? Kama, krodha, lobha, moha also is there because you think that by fulfilling your likes and dislikes, somehow you will be happy. But that's not really the case. Then mada matsarya also. Even if you achieve whatever you have desired, you get pride, arrogance. Or if somebody else gets whatever you like, you get jealousy, correct? That is Matsarya. So all these six things you get into only due to the impurities called Raga Dvesha or likes and dislikes. But if you are able to be free from them, or if you are able to have mastery over them, then you have Chitta Shuddhi. And one who has Chitta Shuddhi understands the nature of karma also and karma phala, therefore not interested in anything here or hereafter. So aihika amushmika sukha kama abhava srak chandana vanitadi aparigraha. So one who doesn't go after all these garlands and whatever sandalwood fragrance and women and what sannyas ashrama svikara purvakam. So then takes up sannyasa because in general sannyasya shravanam kurya was the niyama. Even like 150 years back and all that, people were not teaching all these Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita to the public. Okay, you have to take sannyasa and then go and then study the Shastra. That was the niyama. So you take sannyasa and then Uttara Mimamsa Adhyanam cha Sambhavati, then you do the Adhyana of Uttara Mimamsa, that is possible. So Atayeva, therefore only what? Yad Ahareva Virajet, Tad Ahareva Pravrajet. This is Jabalopanishad. Even Bhashyakara quotes this. Then Brahmacharyadeva Pravrajet Grihadva Ityadi Shruyate. This is, I think, Yajnavalkya Upanishad. So there are some Upanishads like this where it is said that as soon as you have Vairagya, take to sannyasa. So somebody asked, which muhurta I have to take sannyasa, whether I have to do it in Uttarayana, like Bhishma waited for Uttarayana. Should I wait for Uttarayana to take sannyasa, or in Dakshinayana itself I can take? Or I have to take it in Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha, or what Tithi, what Nakshatra, all this are you going to see? Means as soon as you have Vairagya, take sannyasa. There is no need to see any muhurta, etc. In fact, there is even a story, even like there was one Sundara Swamigal. He was in Kodakanallur near our place, but originally he was from, uh, no, he married a girl from Adachani, another village nearby. So anyway, so he was giving a talk to people on Suta Samhita, and then he was already married, but he was quite young still, I think in his 20s. But he had so much vairagya, he just said, wait, to everybody who was listening. He went out, he took apat sannyasa there and then. Then he came back and continued his lecture. Like that, there are people who have done this. So, grihadva, so see, even in the Yajnavalkya Upanishad, previous to this sentence, it says that first one has to be a brahmachari, then you become a grihastha, then you take to anaprastha, and then you take sannyasa. Like this, it gives the normal progression. But then immediately it says what? Brahmacharya deva pravraje grihadva, like this. Or you can directly take sannyasa from brahmacharya itself, or even as a grihastha, because the important thing is yad ahareva vraje or viraje. So as soon as you have vairagya, you take sannyasa. They also, some people even talk about things like, suppose your house is on fire. You are not looking for any muhurta or anything to douse the fire with water, correct? Like that, as soon as you understand the nature of the karma and all that, and it's not going to help you, you are already a samsari. You want to get rid of the samsara. So don't wait for anything. So you can take to sannyasa, and a sannyasi does not, which sannyasi will study Purva Mimamsa? You tell me. They are anyway not interested in karma phala. So you take to sannyasa and then do Uttara Mimamsa Adhyanam. So evam cha अशुद्धचित्तस्य सकामस्य गृहिणः एव पूर्वमीमांसायाम् अधिकारः. So in this manner, what? One who does not have chitta shuddhi, one who is still under the spell of one's own ragadvesha, sakamasya grihinah, one who is also a grihastha, for that purpose and for that person only there is adhikara. He is only qualified for purvamimamsa adhyanam. Shuddha chittasya nishkamasya sannyasinastu na purvamimamsayam. But for the one who has chitta shuddhi, one who is not interested in fulfilling any desires here or hereafter, one who is a sannyasi, one who has already given up all Vedika karma, for that purpose, person, what will he do with Purva Mimamsa Adhyayam? But even in Gita, Bhagavan says, Yavan Artha Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake Bhavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha. But there he is talking about a jnani. But even a Vividisha sannyasi, one who is also interested in this jnanam, for that purpose, person also, Yavan Artha Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake. Means everywhere there is flood. Then you are going in search of well water. What is the point? Everywhere there is water. You cannot go in search of well water, okay, or some small pond or something when there is flood. Like that, for the one who wants to go after Brahman, which is Ananta, what is this? All this Anitya and Antavat, correct? All this limited karma phala doesn't make any sense. So the one who wants to know this Brahman, or even for the one who has known this Brahman, this all whatever is there in the Veda, correct? All this 95% which is Purva Bhaga, which is talking about karma, there's nothing to do with all that. They are not interested. That's why Gita also says Traigunya Vishaya Vedaha Nistraigунyo Bhavarjuna. Also Bhagavan says in the same place. This is all in the second chapter. So you try to transcend all the gunas. You become the one who has transcended the gunas, Nistraigunya. Because karma itself is only Guna guneshu vartante means gunas acting upon themselves only is all activity. Even your mind, body, mind, sense, everything is nothing but a combination of three gunas, and all activities are there in the kshetra only. But you are the kshetrajnaha, the one who is the knower of all these things, who is asangaha, who is unconnected with all these things. You have got nothing to do with any of these things. So you transcend all these three gunas, all the karma, go for that which is limitless, that which cannot be gained by any karma, in fact. Correct? So you have to aim for that, then only you are a mumukshu, really. So, uh, so what will the sannyasi do with Purva Mimamsa? So sannyasinastu na Purva Mimamsaya kimtu Uttara Mimamsa uh, Mimamsaya Mimamsayam eva adhikaraha iti kritva. So the sannyasi has only, that is qualified only to study the Uttara Mimamsa. Therefore, what iti kritva katham Uttara Mimamsa adhyanasya niyata purva vrittam syat purva Mimamsa adhyanam. So then how can you say that one has to first study Purva Mimamsa, then only you can study Uttara Mimamsa. So the condition for studying Niyata Purva Vrittam means what? That before the study of Uttara Mimamsa, one has to definitely, compulsorily, Niyata means here mandated or compulsorily, mandatorily one has to study Purva Mimamsa first, then only you have to study Uttara Mimamsa. Like that, how can you say? Okay, there is no logic in what you are saying. Practically, we see that there are so many sannyasis who are studying Uttara Mimamsa. They have all not studied Purva Mimamsa, in fact. They are not interested. Why should they study, in fact? It doesn't make any sense for them. Okay, so I quoted a Gita Vachana. Now, Purva Pakshi also is quoting now. What is that? Nacha Swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha iti Gita Vachanat Swakarmana Ishvara Aradhanam vina chitta shuddhya yoga चित्त शुद्धि अर्थक ईश्वर आराधना कर्म करणार्थमपि पूर्वमीमांसा घटनीया इति वाच्यम इष्टापत्ते. Okay, one of the favorite verses of my Guruji and even myself is this Swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. This is from the 18th chapter. Understand? So, yatah pravrittir bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. So from whom all the beings have come? Yatah pravrittani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. By whom everything is sustained. That Ishvara. How do we do Archana of that Ishvara? Means you do one's own karma, you have to do. Swakarma. You do your duties, and that is the right thing to do, correct? Duty means something which has to be done. Means if you do whatever is to be done, in spite of your likes and dislikes, understand that. You are free enough to do your duties, means you are really free. You are free enough to do the right thing. That is real freedom. Then you are free from your likes and dislikes. You are a master of your own likes and dislikes, means you have chitta shuddhi. And one who has chitta shuddhi, correct, by doing this archana of Ishvara, by doing one's own duties. That is the best archana to Ishvara. Why? Because when you do the right thing, you are in harmony with Ishvara, because Ishvara only is manifest as dharma for us. Understand that. It's not that Ishvara has given 10 commandments or anything like that. Ishvara is dharma for us. The very manifestation of Ishvara is dharma. So whenever you are doing the right thing and avoiding the wrong thing, you are in harmony with Ishvara. But whenever you are going along with your likes and dislikes, only your ahankara is there. Only your limited ego is there. It is this bloated ego is sitting there covering Ishvara. That is why whenever you do the right thing, you feel good. Why should you feel good whenever you do the right thing? It may be difficult also. Doing the right thing may be the hard choice. It may involve some physical hardship also. It may involve your effort. You may also have to spend some money, etc. Let it be. But still you feel good. Why? Because you are in harmony with Ishvara. It is the best way to do Archana of Ishvara also. So Swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati. So that is success. See, for us, success is not fulfilling your likes and dislikes. If you define success like that, everybody is a failure because nobody, even the most successful person here, won't have even fulfilled some 5-10% of their desires. For everybody, majority is what? Unfulfilled desires only are there. So then everybody will become a failure. You are setting yourself up for failure if you define success as fulfilling your likes and dislikes. That's not how our tradition defines it. Then what is success in life? Success in life, of course, is to know oneself as asamsari or whatever, correct? Gain moksha. But even, let us say, relatively in this world, what is success? Means being a master of your own likes and dislikes is success, correct? Success means you are free enough to do the right thing. You are not under the spell of your likes and dislikes. You are not a slave of your likes and dislikes, but you are free. You are free to do the right thing. That is the real freedom. That is success for us. So managing your desires is success, not fulfilling your likes and dislikes. You have to manage your desires so that you still do the right thing in a given situation. And when you do that, you are in harmony with Ishvara because Ishvara itself is manifest as right and wrong for us. Ishvara is the very dharma. Therefore, you gain success. In fact, you gain Chitta Shuddhi and then you gain Jnanam. That is understood here. So, Swakarmana tamabhyarchi siddhim vindati manavad. Purvapakshi is quoting. Iti Gita Vachana. From this Gita Vachana, what? Swakarmana Ishvara Aradhanam Vina. So, without doing this Swakarma and without the Ishvara Aradhana by this Swakarma, Chitta Shuddhi Ayogat, one cannot get Chitta Shuddhi. Therefore, what? Chitta Shuddhi Arthaka, Ishvara Aradhana, Karma Karanartham. So, to gain Chitta Shuddhi, and for that you have to do Ishvara Aradhana, and for that you have to do karma, one's own karma, and for that you should know Purva Mimamsa, is saying. Okay. Purva Mimamsana Pataniya iti Vachyam. So you cannot say like this. Why? It is, we also accept that it is Ishtapatti for us. Understand? Because even in this, what is implied is Chitta Shuddhi is the main thing, correct? So you can study Purva Mimamsa. If you are a Brahmana and you think that all the 40 samskaras, whatever karma is Vihita, I have to do all the karma, then for that purpose, study Purva Mimamsa, do the karma. But why you are doing karma? For Chitta Shuddhi. Once you have Chitta Shuddhi, you can go for Uttara Mimamsa and Brahma Jnanam. That is Ishtapatti for us. We accept that. That's what we want. We are saying Chitta Shuddhi is the prerequisite. Okay, so it is our Ishta only. Ishtapatte. So he explains as Nacha Tavata Purva Mimamsa Adhyena Anantaryam Uttara Mimamsa Yaha Setsyati into Chitta Shuddhi Anantaryam Eva. So even whatever you are saying now, it doesn't mean that one has to do Purva Mimamsa. Adhyena can still do. See, even in general, what do we say? You avoid Kamya Karma, do Nitya Naimitika Karma, Prayasita Karma if required. For that, you don't have to do Purva Mimamsa Adhyanam and all that. Understand that. Okay, so you can do all this karma with yoga buddhi and gain certain chitta shuddhi and then go for Vedanta. Vedanta. Go for the study of Vedanta, Uttara Mimamsa. So it is Ishapati for us. So whatever we are saying, only you are now agreeing finally, saying that chitta shuddhi is the immediate prerequisite. And that chitta shuddhi need not come by doing Purva Mimamsa Adhyana in this Janma. I could have done all that in Purva Janma also, correct? Understand that. So that's what he is going to point out. So Kintu Chitta Shuddhi Anantaryam Eva, it is after Chitta Shuddhi, not after Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana. And Janmantara Anushtita Nishkama Karma Vashadapi Iha Janmani Chitta Shuddhi Sambhavena Iha Janmani Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana Ayogat. So he is saying that's what. So this Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana and all, let us say, or whatever the Nishkama Karma Anushtana one could have done in the previous Janma. And Bhagavan, in fact, in the 6th chapter, he gives you a great assurance, correct? He says what? Nahi kalyana krit kachid durgatim hata gacchati. Okay. So one who is kalyana krit means one who is already a yogi in one life. He is a kalyana krit. He has done auspicious things because he has done karma with yoga buddhi. He can never get durgati. He will not get any bad state. Okay. And he will prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva shashwati samaha shuchinam shrimatam gehe yoga brashto vijayate athava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam. So he will get nice loka, he will enjoy for a long time, and then he is born, okay, in a nice family, or he is born in the family of yogis, like that Bhagavan says. And further, one important thing he says, Tatra tam buddhi soyogam labhate paurvadehikam. So there you get again connected with the buddhi you already had in the previous deha, Bhagavan says. Means all the viveka you already had, you get connected with that. Means that's how we can explain child prodigies. Correct? So tatratam buddhi sanyogam labhate paurvadehikam. All these things are there, I think, after 35th verse or something in the 6th chapter end, you can go and read. Very interesting. So Bhagavan gives you this assurance. Therefore, one need not do all this Purva Mimamsa, Adhyayana mandatorily in this life and then only take up Uttara Mimamsa. You may be born with certain Chitta Shuddhi, therefore directly take to Uttara Mimamsa, Vedanta study. Okay. So for that person, this Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana is not required. Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana Ayoga. Okay. Chitta Shuddhi Sambhavena Iha Janmani. So in this Janma, already if I have Chitta Shuddhi, why should I study all this Purva Mimamsa? Therefore, what? Tasmad Iha Janmani Adhita Sanga Swadhyayasya Purva Mimamsa Adhyena Bhavepi Chitta Shuddhi Sattve Uttara Mimamsayam Adhikaraha Sambhavati. So therefore, in this Janma, the one who has done Sanga Veda Dhyayana, for that person, even without Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana, Chitta Shuddhi can be there, and therefore he has Adhikara for Uttara Mimamsa. And so he starts the Uttara Mimamsa Adhyayanam, Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana Sattvepi, Chitta Shuddhya Bhave, Uttara Mimamsayam Adhikaraha na Sambhavati iti, Anvaya Vyatirekaabhyam Uttara Mimamsayam उत्तरमीमांसायाः चित्तशुद्धि आनन्तर्यमेव सिद्ध्यति न तु पूर्वमीमांसा आनन्तर्यम् इति अनवद्यम्. Okay. So therefore what? He is showing now this Anvaya and Vyatireka. Anvaya is what? Only when there is Chitta Shuddhi, one has Adhikara for Uttamamimamsa Adhyayana. Okay. Vyatireka is what? When Chitta Shuddhi is not there, but still you have done Purvamimamsa Adhyayana. Correct? There are so many people who have done Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana, but they are only interested in doing karma. Okay. They are least interested in moksha or Brahman and all that because they don't have Chitta Shuddhi. So Chitta Shuddhi, when it is not there, and even if Purva Mimamsa Adhyayana has been done, that person will not take up this Uttara Mimamsa or does not have Adhikara for that because there is no Chitta Shuddhi. And therefore, this Anvaya and Vyatireka, we are clearly showing. Anvaya means if one is there, the other is there. Vyatireka means what? If one is not there, the other should not be there. Correct? So when fire is there, smoke is there. Or when smoke is there, fire is there, we have to say. The invariable concomitance is other way around. If smoke is not there, or if fire is not there, smoke will not be there. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Wherever there is no fire, there is no smoke. Therefore, the invariable concomitance, again, there also we talk about this Anvaya Vyatireka. Here also Anvaya Vyatireka we are showing. Only when Chitta Shuddhi is there, you have Adhikara for Uttara Mimamsa. If Chitta Shuddhi is not there, you don't have Adhikara for Uttara Mimamsa. Therefore, Purva Mimamsa Adhyena Sattvepi Chitta Shuddhi Abhave. So if the Chitta Shuddhi is not there, you don't have Adhikara or you are not qualified for Uttara Mimamsa. Therefore, from this, what do we understand? this after one gains Chitta Shuddhi only, one goes for Uttara Mimamsa, not after just studying Purva Mimamsa. This is without any defect. This is the perfect view. Okay. Iti anavadyam yetena swadhyayasya artha avabodha paryantatvat shuddha chittena apata pratipanna moksha phalaka brahma jnanartham purva mimamsam vina eva uttara mimamsa pataniya. So from this what do we understand? One who has done swadhyaya and also one who has understood the meaning, because sangha adhyayana you have done, and from that meaning you have general idea, correct, about what is karma phala and what is brahman, etc. And then you have chitta shuddhi also, and therefore both this general knowledge and purity of mind if you have, then you are interested in moksha. And for gaining moksha you need brahma jnanam, that also you understand in a general manner. Therefore without studying purva mimamsa, you straight away you have to study only the uttara mimamsa. Uttara mimamsa pataniya, for that person only uttara mimamsa has to be studied. अशुद्ध चित्तेन तु आपात प्रतिपन्न कर्म ज्ञानार्थम पूर्व मीमांसा पठनीया इति विवेकः सिद्धः. But the one who does not have chitta shuddhi, for him what he has general knowledge that by doing karma I can go to Swarga and enjoy Ramba, Urvasi and all that. If you are interested only in that, then you are only qualified for Purva Mimamsa. You go and study Purva Mimamsa. So this is the discrimination. This is the Viveka Buddhi. Okay. There is a clear differentiation, discrimination between Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. Who is qualified for what? So Apata Pratitasya Brahma Jnanasya Nirnayartham Karma Jnana Nischayasya Anya Anyapekshitatvat iti. Okay. Anapekshitatvat it should be, I think. It's a spelling mistake. It's saying Anyapekshit. There is no Anyapeksha. It is Anapekshit. See, basically, one who has this general knowledge and one who wants to go after Brahma Jnanam and determine what this Brahma Jnanam is, for that person, this Karma Jnana Nischaya is not, he is not dependent on that. That is what he is saying. There is no dependency on Karma Jnana Nischaya, because already he has Chitta Shuddhi, he knows Karma Jnana is Anitya and all that, or Karma itself is Anitya and Karma Phala is Anitya. Then what is the point in analyzing Karma and trying to know Iti Kartavyata, etc.? So, it is not dependent on that. Anapekshitatvat. Okay, then what? Nanu sanga swadhyaya adhyayanena karma phala anityam iti apatha jnanena satyapi tan nischayartham nischaya abhavat tadartham purva mimamsa adhyetavya iti chet ma evam. So the Purva Pakshi is now coming and saying, no, no, you do sanga swadhyaya, fine. From that you may have a apatata jnanam that karma phala is anitya, but then nischaya jnanam is not there. Okay, it is not determined clearly. You may have only general knowledge. Therefore, for determining that this karma phala is anitya, etc., you have to study Purva Mimamsa. Like this, he is saying now. If you say like that, no, it is not true. Why? It's not like that. Why? Purva Mimamsa adhyanena pi tan nischaya anudaya. So even if you do Purva Mimamsa adhyayana, that nischaya will not come. In fact, it is detrimental. Why? Because pratyuta karma phala atirikta moksha phala abhava nischaya udaya. So if you study this Purva Mimamsa, what does the Purva Mimamsakaras are saying? Other than karma phala, there is no moksha. That is what they are saying. Amnayasya kriyarthatvat and all that, and moksha. This moksha means going to Swarga, etc., and living there for a long time. That is their moksha. So in the Purva Mimamsa, what you understand is what? Other than the karma phala, there is no moksha. And that is the nischaya you will get by studying Purva Mimamsa. Therefore, what? Uttara Mimamsa Adhyayana Deva Karma Phala Anityatva Nischaya Udayacha. So even if you say that Apatata Jnanam alone is there, but by studying Uttara Mimamsa only, you can have this clarity that Karma, in fact, Upanishad only is saying, correct? Nasti akritaha kritena tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigachet and all that. So if you study Vedanta only, you understand really what you want. And for that, for gaining this limitless, karma phala is useless. All four categories of karma phala cannot give you the limitless. It has to be available here and now. Therefore, even for that, Uttara Mimamsa only has to be studied, not Purva Mimamsa. Okay. Further what? Nanu Purva Mimamsa Nyayaihi eva Uttara Mimamsa Arthaha Vicharitavyaha iti Purva Mimamsa Adhyananantarameva Uttara Mimamsa Adhyetavya iti chet ma evam. So finally, one more thing. What is that? See, there are many principles in Purva Mimamsa or Nyaya, we say, correct? Analogies or whatever principles are there. So all these Purva Mimamsa principles, if you don't know, you cannot study Uttara Mimamsa. You have to know all the Nyaya, Apacheda Nyaya. There are different types of Nyayas they talk about in Purva Mimamsa. I think we have even discussed some of them briefly. So you have to use all those Nyaya, then only you can understand Uttara Mimamsa also. Therefore, for that purpose, you have to, all the whatever logical devices you use, methodologies you use in Purva Mimamsa, same thing you have to use in Uttara Mimamsa. And for that purpose, you have to study Purva Mimamsa. If you say like that, even that is not true. It's not correct. It's not like that. Why? Mantraihi eva mantrarthaha smartavyaha iti vat kim पूर्वमीमांसया न्यायैः एव उत्तरमीमांसार्थः विचारितव्यः iti niyamaha asti. So there is a vakya saying mantraihi eva mantrarthaha smartavyaha means from the whatever the Veda mantras only, you have to understand the entire meaning of the Veda mantras also. Whatever analysis you are doing and trying to arrive at a certain conclusion, you have to do it from the Veda itself. Okay, Veda mantras only you have to use to understand the different Veda mantras themselves. So mantraihi eva mantrarthaha smartavyaha itivat. Okay, so like that, there is a Veda Vakya like that. Similarly, is there anywhere can you say that it is said that you have to understand all the Purva Mimamsa Nyayas, then only you can do Vichara into Uttara Mimamsa? Is there any Niyama like that? Is there anywhere any mandate? Means no, there is nothing like that. If you say like that, then we have to also say, Yana Tarka Shastradi Ukta Nyayaihi Uttara Mimamsarthena Vicharitavyaha Syat. Then you have to also say, no, one has to compulsorily study Tarka Shastra. Only by studying Shankara Shastra and all the whatever methodologies they use there and principles that you have to then use that also here. Like that, you have to say that also. But they are not saying that. Okay. So, kincha yad. Okay. Kincha yadi uttara mimamsartaha purva mimamsa nyayaihi vicharitavyaha tarhi purva mimamsartaha kim nyayaihi vicharitavyaha. Okay. Another question is interesting. See, you are saying you have to study the Purva Mimamsa Nyaya to understand Uttara Mimamsa, but what about Purva Mimamsa itself? For that, what else you have to study? Because to interpret or to study Purva Mimamsa itself, you have to know all the Purva Mimamsa Nyaya. And that you get by studying Purva Mimamsa only, correct? Not any other Shastra. So he is now asking to study this Purva Mimamsa and understand that this, this Purva Mimamsa Nyayas which you say, correct? Do you have to study that or not? Or you have to study something else? Okay. What other Nyayas you have to study means? No, the answer what he has to say, no, I have to study only Purva Mimamsa. Right? So he's saying, no, Nacha Swanyayaihi eva iti vachyam. So if you say, no, I don't have to study anything else, I have to study only Purva Mimamsa Nyaya to understand Purva Mimamsa. If you say that, but he cannot say that. But because if he says that, what we will say, then for studying Uttara Mimamsa also, we require only Uttara Mimamsa Nyayas. We can interpret Uttara Mimamsa and understand Uttara Mimamsa by studying that itself and using whatever principles we have used there. See, already Uttara Mimamsa means everything is uh, The entire Uttaramimamsa Shastra is divided into Adhikaranas. The Adhikaranas themselves are called Nyaya, correct? Because they have a certain standard way of analysis. That first you present the doubt, the subject matter, and then the Purva Paksha, and then the Uttara Paksha, like that. All this, in fact, we have even discussed that. So the Adhikarana, each Adhikarana in the Uttara Mimamsa itself is called a Nyaya. That's why the Brahma Sutra itself is called Nyaya Prasthana. So that is good enough. You go along with all that Adhikarana and each and every subject matter, what is the doubt, what is Purva Paksha, Uttara Paksha, etc. Once you analyze and understand, that is good enough. You don't need anything more. So, nacha swanyayaihi eva iti vachyam तथा उत्तरमीमांसायाः अपि स्वन्यायैः एव विचारणीयत्वात्. So if you say to study Purva Mimamsa Nyayas are good enough, then we say that to study Uttara Mimamsa, whatever principles we use in Uttara Mimamsa itself is good enough. You don't need anything else. In fact, he says Nyaya hi Adhikaranani. So all these Nyayas, whatever you say Nyayas, what we call Adhikarana in Uttara Mimamsa, te Purva Mimamsayam eva Uttara Mimamsayam api santi eva. In fact, Purva Mimamsa also has many Adhikaranas. So the Adhikaranas only are called as Nyayas, and it is there in Purva Mimamsa, it is there in Uttara Mimamsa also. Or, yadi tu Nyayaha iti asya yukti. Okay, if you say Nyaya is yukti or logic and all that, ityarthaha tarhi vatte Purva Mimamsayam eva Uttara Mimamsayam tarkadi shastrantareshu cha santi eva. So if you say the whatever logic or analogy, etc., you are using, now those things are there in Uttara Mimamsa also, like in Purva Mimamsa, or even in Tarka Shastra, etc., it is there. So there is no need to study Purva Mimamsa to come to Uttara Mimamsa. And further what? Apicha Tejo Vaighritam, Ayur Vaighritam, Pavitram Vaihiranyam ityadi mantraihi eva mantrartaha smartavyaha iti yata Purva Mimamsayam drishyate. So in the Purva Mimamsa, there are statements like this, correct? This Grita itself is Tejas, the whatever the light or brightness. Or Gritam, Ayur Vaigritam. Gritam is this life itself, correct? Or the longevity. Means you are praising Gritam. Why you are praising Gritam like this? Because you have to use that in the yajna. Means they are all very utkrishta vastu. Or pavitram vai hiranyam. Hiran means gold is pure, and therefore you have to give dana of gold or use gold in the Vaidika karma. So like this, you have all this arthavada. You use this itself to understand how you have to do a certain karma, correct? So ityadi mantraihi eva mantrarthaha smartavyaha iti. So using all these mantras only, you understand the entire particular section of the Veda. Like this, what yatha Purva Mimamsayam drishyate. So how it is seen in Purva Mimamsa. Similarly, what tatha tattvamasi ityadi mahavakyagata tad adi तदार्थाः सत्यं ज्ञानम् अनन्तं ब्रह्म इत्यादि अवान्तर वेदांत वाक्यैः एव स्मर्तव्यः इति दृश्यते. Similarly, what? To understand whatever is revealed in the Uttara Mimamsa, we have to only look at vakyas like Tatvamasi or Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, and so many other Avantara vakyas are there. So many other secondary statements are all there, which help you to understand this Tatvamasi, all these Mahavakyas. So we have the Mahavakyas and we have other Vakyas, and using all this only, whatever is there in the Vedanta itself, you understand the Vedanta. That's what he will say now. So tatascha Vedartham Vedaha eva Vedantartham Vedantaha eva Pratipadayanti. So to understand the Vedartha or the Veda Purva Bhagartha, you study only the Veda Purva Bhaga. Similarly, to understand the Vedanta, whatever it is revealing, its subject matter, by the Vakyas in the Vedanta itself, you can understand what is revealed there. They only reveal to you the subject matter of the Vedanta. You don't need anything else. So tad vyavastha param mimamsaya pratipadyate ataha na purva mimamsaya saya bhavati uttara mimamsayaha kopi upayogaha. So there is no there is no use for uttara mimamsa in purva mimamsa. So whatever is there in the Vedanta itself, and that only you analyze, correct? You analyze the Vedanta Vakyas, whatever is there. Okay, whatever is given there, tad vyavastha param mimamsaya means whatever is given in the here tad is the Vedanta. So in the whatever is there in the Vedanta, and by analyzing that, okay, you understand what is revealed in the Vedanta. You don't have any use for Purva Mimamsa. Therefore, what? Sati api upayoge kasminchit satarkadi shastrantara sadharanaha eva iti alam. So even if you say there is some use in studying Purvamamsa, etc., it's okay. It is like studying Tarka Shastra only, but you cannot say that mandatorily one has to study Purvamamsa first and then only one has to study Uttaramimamsa. So with this, it is enough, he says. I have now discussed enough about this svAdyaya-Vichara also now we have done. We are very clear that when we do svAdyaya, you have to do it with Sangha, along with the Angas. Sangha Veda Adhyayana only you have to do. And in that you gain the Artha Avabodha also. Apatata Jnanam is there. A general knowledge is there. From there only one can get Chitta Shuddhi and then directly engage in Uttamimamsa study. One need not compulsorily do Purvamimamsa study. And the Swadhyaya is not only Shabda Rashi, gaining the Shabda Rashi or the words alone. It is also understanding the meaning in a general manner at least. So this is the Siddhanta. We will continue with the next topic, the next class. So this is Jnanasya Moksha Sadhanata Nirupanam. Dhyanasya Tad Asadhanatva Nirupanam Cha. So next topic is Jnanam alone is Moksha Sadhana and not Dhyana. This we will see next. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी. So next